obliged our request and have joined us physically. And we have many of our guests who have joined us online on Zoom and YouTube platforms. We extend a very warm and hearty welcome to you all.
Good evening, everyone. Before we move on, I can kindly request all the dignitaries, MJF Lion Uday Swadi, President of Lions Club of Sirsi, Rotarian Pandurang Pai, President of Rotary Club Sirsi, Rotarian Dr. Shivram KV, Assistant Governor, and Director of Lions Club, Lions Nayana I Bank, Lions Dr. Vishwanath Ankar, Technical Director of Lions Nayana I Bank, then and Mrs. Shweta Prabhu, President of Innovative Club of Sirsi, to please occupy the seats on the chair. This being a hybrid program, and we have been joined by our guests of honor, Lions Dr. S. Chandrasekhar Shetty. He is Vice Chancellor of Adi Chunchandra University. We also have MJF Lions Srikant More, Lions District Governor 317B, and Rotarian Girish Down, District Governor, Rotary District 3170. He will be shortly joining us online. I also welcome Rotarian Ajay Helta, DCC for organ donation, and Lion Harshad Naik, DC for eye donation. I also welcome all our Rotary and Lions members, IMA members who have come here and also who have joined here online. A warm welcome to you all.
Dear friends, as you all know, every year from August 25th to September 8th, we observe the National Eye Donation Fortnight. And this year, the theme being Vision is a Gift, Pass It On. Yes, vision is indeed a gift. Blindness is one of the major public health problem, and corneal blindness is one of its significant causes. And most causes of corneal blindness can be managed through eye donation. The very purpose of this program as a part of the Fortnight activities is to create mass public awareness about the importance of eye donation and also to motivate people to pledge their eyes for donation after death. We know over the years, both Lions Club and Rotary Club have tremendously worked and contributed towards the site activities. And this being the first joint district event of Lions District 317B and Rotary District 3170, it has become a unique association which will be cherished for times to come. I invite MLF Lion Uday Swadi, President Lions Club Sirsi, to welcome this special gathering.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is an unique program wherein to create awareness among public regarding eye donation, corneal retrieval and transplantation to international service organizations, Lions Club District 317B and Rotary Club District 3170 have joined their hands together and are co-hosting 36th National Eye Donation Fortnight concluding ceremony under the leadership of Lions Nayana I Bank. The theme this time is Vision, a Gift, Pass It On. This event is being co-sponsored by Lions Club Sirsi, Rotary Club, Inner Wheel Club, Sirsi, IMA, Nayana Foundation Sirsi. This event is being hosted at Ganesh Netralaya's Nayana Sabha Bhavan. I, MJF Lion Uday Swadi, President of Sirsi Lions Club, is standing before you on behalf of all these reputed organizations to welcome you to this hybrid event. I welcome all the fellow Lions Rotarians, Leo members, members of Sirsi IMA, invitees present in this hall, as well as who have joined us virtually. My warm welcome to Lion Dr. Vishwanath Ankad, who is Naina iBank, who is representing Naina iBank. I welcome Rotarian Ravindra Kolvekar and Dr. Tanushree Hegde, who are Master of Ceremonies of the day. Today we have with us on the stage the Sirsi Rotary Club President Rotarian Pandurang Pai, Inaugural President Srimati Shweta Prabhu, Rotarian Dr. Shivaram of Naina Foundation. My warm welcome to all of you. Lion Harshad Naik, District Chairperson for I Donation Lions District 317B, and Rotarian Ajay Heda, DCC for Organ Donation Rotary District 3170, are with us virtually. I heartily welcome you, sirs. I am also honored to welcome the two leaders at the helm of our respective district. Melvin Jones Fellow Lion Srikanth More, District Governor, Lions District 317B, and Rotarian Gaurish Dhon, District Governor, Rotary District 3170, who are with us virtually in this concluding ceremony. Now it is time to welcome the center of attraction and guest of honor, a senior ophthalmologist and a great teacher, Professor Lion Dr. S. Chandrasekhar Shetty, a multifaceted, renowned person par excellence, a former Vice Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Bengaluru. Most importantly, Chief Technical Advisor, Site First for Lions Club International Foundation for India and Sri Lanka since 1991. With great humility and respect, I welcome Professor Lion Dr. S. Chandrasekhar Shetty to this event. Welcome, sir. I thank the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity to welcome all the dignitaries. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. I now request dignitaries on the stage to formally inaugurate the program by lighting the lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Thank you, everyone. Lighting the lamp is a great metaphor in itself. Let each one of us be the light that helps others see. We, as a team of Lions Naina iBank, have been relentlessly engaged in this Drishti Yajna. Lion Dr. Vishwanath Ankad will throw light on this impressive journey.
Very good evening, all. I welcome all the delegates who attended physically and virtually for this very well organized program. Our Lions Naina iBank is a joint project under the able leadership of Lions Club of Sirsi, along with Ganesh Netralaya and Naina Foundation Sirsi. It's proud to say that it is the one and only full-fledged iBank of our Uttara Kannada district. Since from its establishment during the past 3.5 years, it is running successfully. In spite of COVID restrictions, till now, from our eye bank, we have collected more than 160 eyes from the through eye donation, and we performed more than 110 corneal transplantation surgeries successfully. And also we conducted various awareness programs through various platforms, even during the COVID restriction. Even for this year, on the occasion of National Eye Donation Fortnight, we conducted many of awareness activities. To mention a few, we did an awareness program in Bairumbe through Kalarava Trust, and awareness activity to the Ramakrishna Mutt students, and we had a very great interaction also. And also we did a awareness program for the Manu Vikasa Women's Meet in last week, and also we did a awareness program through online platform as well for the medical students of KVG Sulla Medical College, and also our Lions Education Society's Lochana program. We did a eye donation awareness program. Still many to do. Just to summarize our eye bank journey, since from its establishment, we have a short video. I request to play the video.
ಶ್ರೀಗಳ ಅಮೃತ ಹಸ್ತದಿಂದ ದೀಪಜ್ವಾಲನದ ಮೂಲಕ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ.
ಪರೋಪಕಾರಾರ್ಥಮಿದಂ ಶರೀರಂ. ನಮ್ಮ ಶರೀರ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಉಪಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ವಿನಿಯೋಗ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ.
ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಕಣ್ಣನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು
ಶರೀರ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಉಪಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ವಿನಿಯೋಗ ಆಗಬೇಕು.
ಕಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಗಣೇಶ ನೇತ್ರಾಲಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ರಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಕಣ್ಣು ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ ನೇತ್ರವನ್ನ ಉಳಿದವರಿಗೆ ಕಸಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಉಳಿದವರ ಬಾಳಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಬಹಳ ಅಮೂಲ್ಯವಾದ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನ ಈ ನಯನ ಬಳಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಗುಡ್ಡೆಯ ಕಸಿ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆಯ 100ನೆಯ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆ ಈಚೆ ಆಯಿತು. ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಂಭ್ರಮದ ಸ್ಥಿತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವಿಂದು ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಇದೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ಪರಿಕಲ್ಪನೆ. ದೃಷ್ಟಿದಾನ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದು, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮಿಗಿಲಾದದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ.
All the organizations who actively involving each and every activity of on behalf of our eye bank and I expect the same in future to attain betterment of our IBank. Thank you again. Thank you.
I now request to kindly line district governor
The organization
line
to
the company.
in every activity of our IBank, and I expect the same in future to attain betterment of our IBank. Thank you again.
Lion Harshad Naik, who has joined us online. We kindly request him to share his thoughts and introduce our Lions DG, Mr. Shrikant More, to the audience. Over to you, sir.
Hello. Good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you can.
Acha.
Thank
I
you.
can speak? Hello.
Yes, sir. You can please continue.
Yeah. Presiding officer, MJF Lion Uday Swadi. Guest of honor, Lion Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty. District Governor, MJF Lion Srikant More. Rotary District Governor, Rotary and Gaurash Don. Other dignitaries who are attending virtually. Dignitaries of all reputed organizations. Doctors of Lion Naina Foundation. And all my dear Lions and Rotarians. I've been assigned a very important task of introducing a eminent personality, our district governor, Melvin Jones Follow, Lion Srikant More, district governor of District 370. He hails from a well-known education and sport-loving family of Belgaum. He studied brilliantly and acquired BSc and MSc degree in applied geology in distinction from Karnataka University, Dharwad, and started his career by joining Srimati Parvati Bai Chogale College, Margam, as a professor. He excelled in his chosen profession and contributed immensely by participating, coordinating, and working as a resource person in the various state and national level workshops and seminars conducted by Goa Board, the Goa University, and the UGC. He was a member of Academic Council, Executive Council of Goa Board, and headed and worked as a member of various subcommittees appointed by Government of Goa to suggest means and measures to improve quality education and sports in Goa. As a family legacy, he is a sports enthusiastic and was an outstanding sports person. He represented Karnataka University in All India Inter-University Kho tournament as a captain. He has also represented Karnataka State Kho team in the National Kho Championship held at various places. He was one of the office bearer of the Kho Federation of India and All Goa Kho Association. Presently, he is the General Secretary of the Modern Kho Foundation of India and International Association of Modern Kho. He has rendered his service as a member of Sports Council of Goa University, the Goa Olympic Association, and the Sports Authority of Goa. He joined as a member of a Lions Club of Margam in the year 1988, became the president of the club in the year 1996-97. Thereafter continued to serve with enthusiasm and zeal as a district cabinet secretary, region chairperson, zone chairperson, district dignitary, directory editor, and so on. And Srikant More has been involved in various social and cultural activities also. He is a life member of the Goman Vidya Niketan, trustees of the Lions Margam Service Trust, and a former director of Teachers Cooperative Credit Society. Having served in a Lionism, sports and social field, has been bestowed upon Goa government Best Teacher Award in 2010. Is the recipient of the International President Appreciation Certificate Night of the Blind Award, and various other awards at a district and multiple level. He has been the regular blood donor for last more than 40 years. He got elected as a district governor in April 2021 at a district convention held at Murdeshwar. He happily married to Lion Ujwala, who is a postgraduate and working as a lecturer in the geography. Blessed with two daughters, Chaitali, who is a MTech, and Sumedha, who is a MSc in psychology. Both are working as an assistant professor. Dear Lions and all ladies and gentlemen, here I present to you MGS Lion, District Governor, Sri Lion Sirikant More. Graduate and working as a lecturer in the geography.
And request only the speakers to begin their talk after unmuting. I request Lions District Governor, MKF Lion Sirikant More, to kindly give his opening remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Lion Harshad. Hello.
Yes, sir, please.
MKF Lion kindly give his opening remarks.
Presiding Officer, Lion Uday Saudi.
Thank you very
District.
much, Lion Harshad.
Excuse me, someone has YouTube on. Please switch off your YouTube or please mute it. Yes, sir, please.
Yeah. Friends, at the outset, let me thank Lion Harshad Naik.
Shrikant sir, if your YouTube is
Yes,
on,
lot of
please,
disturbances there.
Uday Saudi.
sir, so if you are switched on your YouTube, please switch off it. Excuse me, someone has YouTube on. Please switch off your YouTube or please mute it. Shrikant sir, if you have
Yeah.
YouTube
Yes,
on
yes.
your mobile,
Yeah.
please mute it.
At the outset, let me thank Lion Harshad Naik.
Shrikant sir, if your YouTube is
Yes,
on,
lot of
No, I am not on YouTube.
Uday Saudi.
I am, my YouTube is not
switch
on.
on your YouTube, please. Voice is coming from your mic, sir.
No, it is not my YouTube. Someone else.
Everyone is muted. Your mic is on. Oh, that's only.
At the outset, let me thank Lion Harshad Naik.
Sorry, sir, for the inconvenience. You can please continue.
Oh, it is not my YouTube. Someone else.
Everyone is muted. Your mic is on. Oh, that's only.
No, it is not my YouTube. I am not on YouTube at all. My mobile is not on.
At the outset, let me thank Lion Harshad Naik.
So please continue now.
Yeah. At the outset, let
Sorry,
me.
sir, for the inconvenience. You can please continue.
No, it happens. It happens with this virtual platform. This is not a new thing. But that let us adjust to
It is
that.
not my YouTube.
Everyone is muted. Your mic is on. Oh, that's only.
No, it is not my YouTube. I am not on YouTube at all. My mobile is not on.
Sir, please unmute yourself and talk. Srikanth sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. Presiding officer, Lion Uday Saudi. District Governor, Lions Rotary Club, Rotary International, Lion, my good friend, Lion Gaurish.
Sir, please unmute yourself and talk.
Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, continue.
Yeah. Presiding
Srikanth
officer.
sir, please unmute yourself.
Yeah, okay. Presiding officer, Lion Uday Saudi. District Governor, Lions Rotary Club, Rotary International.
ಅದು ಲಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬಟ್
Sir, something already recorded is coming back again. I am not in the position to speak.
Yes, sir, continue. Yes, sir, that is just some disturbance. It is playing. Someone's YouTube is on. We are repenting that.
Yeah, okay. Presiding officer, Lion Uday Saudi. This is already recorded.
No, sir, not at all.
Sir, something already recorded is coming back again. I am not in the position to speak.
Yes, sir, that is just some disturbance. It is playing. Someone's YouTube is on. We are repenting that.
Yeah, okay. Presiding officer, Uday Saudi. This is already recorded.
No, sir, not at all.
Srikanth sir, we will just look into what's happening. Until then, I kindly request Rotarian Ajay Heda, DCC for organ donation, to kindly introduce the Rotary DG, who will then address the gathering, and then we will hear thoughts from MJF line Srikanth More. I request Rotarian Ajay Heda sir to kindly introduce Rotary DG.
Yeah. Good evening, friends in Rotary. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Kindly continue.
Good evening, friends in Rotary, friends of Rotary.
Kindly request Rotarian Ajay.
Please visit. We have Rotary Bhavan there, where multi-floors, one floor is dedicated to the blood bank, one floor has got a physiotherapy center, one of the best physiotherapy centers, I can say, where modern therapy is also there. So we together can do wonders. And thank you, Dr. Shivaraman, for having me here. And Lion brothers and sisters, God bless you and wish you all the best. Continue doing good work. Thank you and all the best. Bye-bye.
Beautiful. And we are. Thank you, sir. Indeed, today is so beautiful. And we are the fortunate ones who can see. And thanks for sharing your inspiring thoughts. And as you said, we can do wonderful work through organizations. And Lions International and Rotary International have been in the forefront for doing site activities all over the world. Thank you, sir. In this context, I would also like to happily share, in fact, the work of Leo Club, the young unit of Lions Club. which has conducted drawing competition and also done a skit play for creating awareness on eye donation. I request Lion Mr. Vinay Hegde to kindly tell us more about this. He is the Secretary of Lions Club Sirsi. Over to you, sir.
Respected district governors of Lions District 317B and Rotary District 3170, respected chief guest, Lion Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty sir, other dignitaries, members of Lions Club, Rotary Club, IMA and Innerville Club. Lion members know about the Leo Club. Leo clubs are youth organization of Lions Club International. Leo Club encourages youth to develop leadership qualities by participating in social activities. They are dependent on Lions clubs to sponsor and initiate a Leo club. Lions Club Sirsi has sponsored 2 Leo clubs, one in Leo Club Sirsi in Lions School and another Leo Sriniketana in Sriniketana High School, Islur. Both clubs are conducting different service activities at their level best. Leo Club Sirsi at Lions School Sirsi conducting eye donation awareness drawing competition since 2021. They are also conducted the competition for high school and PU students for this year also. The theme for this year, vision is a gift, pass it on. The response was very good and the concept presentation through the drawing was amazing. You can see the posters and here also. The famous drawing master of this area, Shri GM Bomnalli sir, was the judge for this competition. All the participants of this competition will be given participation certificate as a token. Now I will call Nishrat of Progressive High School, Nishrat of Progressive High School to collect the participation certificate from the president of Innerville Club. The prize amounts for this competition, first prize 1,000 rupees, second prize 750 and third prize 500 along with certificate. Sponsorer of this prize is our this year's Lions Club President MJF Lion Uday Swadi sir. Thank you very much sir for sponsoring these prizes. Now I call upon the winners of this competition. Please come forward and collect your prizes. Now I will go by third rank. Third prize, Srishti M. Prabhu, MES High School. Srishti M. Prabhu from MES High School. And third prize is bagged by 2 persons. Nihal M. Divakar from Sirsi Lions High School. Second prize, Danush Bagawar from Sirsi Lions High School. It will be presented by. And the first prize, Lekana RK from Sriniketana High School, Islur. Now, PU level, Suraj V. Sheth, MES PU College, second prize. And the first prize is Atmanand Sheth from MES PU College. Congratulations to all the winners. Now another action by Leo members of Sirsi Leo Club. They played a skit on the importance of eye donation, namely Mahadana. Script and direction by Sirsi Line School teacher Srimati Mukta Naik. Coordination by Sirsi Line School teachers Srimati Chaitra Hegde and Srimati Shita Bhatt. And participants are members of the Leo Club Sirsi. Our heartfelt thanks to entire team. Before that, I want to take one photo from Leo and participants along with the chief guests. Thank you for the opportunity.
ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಮ್ಮ, ವೀಟಿನ ಆಟ ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ದೇನು ಇಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ. ಬಾ ಈ ಗುಡ್ಲಾಂಡ್ ಬೈರದು ಬಾ
ಸಮಾಧಾನ
ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್, ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರೆಸಿ. ಓಕೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಏನು ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ನಾವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ನೋಡಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಾರಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಪಘಾತದಿಂದ ಬಲವಾದ ಏಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿಂದ ತುಂಬಾ ರಕ್ತಸ್ರಾವ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ಲೆಸ್. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ದೇವರೇ, ನಿನ್ಗೊಂಚೂರು ಕರುಣೆ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ನನ್ನ ಮಗನ್ ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡೆ? ಅಮ್ಮ ಅವತ್ತೊಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಏನು ಅಂತಿದ್ದ ನಿಂಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಿನಗೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಣ್ಣನ ಆಸೆ ಅಂತೆ ಅವ್ನು ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತಿದ್ದ. ಈಗ ಸಮಯ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅಣ್ಣನ ಆಸೆ ಅಂತೆ ಅವ್ನು ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದ್ದ. ಅವನು ಈ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆ ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
Okay, thank you very much for your presence of mind. We shall wait 10 minutes, okay? ಒಬ್ಬನೇ ಆಡೋಕೆ ಮಜಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಇರ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮಜಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಬೇಗ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಿ? ಆರಾಮಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದಿ? ನಾನು ಮಸ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ನೀನೇ ಆಡಿ. ನೀ ಸೋದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೊಂದು 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀ ಸೋದ್ರೆ ನಂಗೆ ಎಂತ ಕೊಡು. ನಾನು ನಿಂಗೊಂದು 5 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನೋಡಿದ್ನಿ.
ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದದು. ಹೀಗೆ ನೀನು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆಡ್ಬೋದು. ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ನಾನೇ ಗೆಲ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಡು. ಮಗ ಕಣ್ ತೋರ್ಸು. ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಂಪಾಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೆಂಪಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾವು ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಬೈತ್ರ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಕಣ್ಣು ಇವತ್ತು ಭಾನುವಾರ ಹಾಲು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಮಗ ಬಾ ಮಗ, ಬೇಗ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗುವ. ಬಾ ಮಗ ಬಾ. ಕಣ್ಣು ಕಣ್ಣುರಿತಾ ಅಂತ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೆಂಪಾಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಮಗ,
ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ವಿಷಯ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಸೂಕ್ಷ್ಮ. ನಾವು ಈ ಕೂಡಲೇ
ಬನ್ನಿ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಮಗ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನೋಡಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕರೀತೀನಿ. ಬಾ ಮಗ.
ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ
ಧೈರ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿ, ಏನೋ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಚಿಂತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ.
ಕಣ್ಣು ಉರಿತಿದೆ. ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ನಾವೇ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನೋಡಿ, ಗಾಬರಿ ಆಗುವಂಥದ್ದು ಏನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಗಾಬರಿ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ, ಏನೂ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಯ್ಯೋ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆಯ್ತು, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಮಾಡುವ. ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಓಕೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯವರು ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್. ಓಕೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಪೇಷಂಟ್ ಕಡೆಯವ್ರು ಯಾರು? ನಾವೇ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಉಪಕಾರ ಆಯ್ತು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡಿರೋರ ಸಮಯ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸಹಕಾರದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ಯಶಸ್ವಿಯಾಗಿ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಕೂಲ ಆಯಿತು. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ನೀವು ಸ್ಮರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ನನ್ನನ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಬದಲಾಗಿ ಸಾವಿನ ನಂತರನೂ ಕೂಡ ತಮ್ಮ ನೇತ್ರದಾನದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಲಹೆ ನೀಡಿದ ಪುಣ್ಯಾತ್ಮರನ್ನ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಸರ್ವೇಂದ್ರಿಯಾಣಾಂ ನಯನ ಪ್ರಧಾನ. ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಆಲಸ್ಯದಿಂದಾದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅಪಘಾತ ಮತ್ತು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಮಯ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯಿಂದಾದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಾಯವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಹೀಗೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಮುನ್ನುಡಿ. ಕಪ್ಪುಗಡ್ಡೆ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಾರ್ನಿಯಾ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆದಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೆಮದ್ದು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಚಶ್ಮಾ ಧರಿಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಸರಿ ಆಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಚಿಕಿತ್ಸೆನೇ ಉಪಾಯ. ಮೃತ ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ರೋಗಿಯ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ನೇತ್ರದಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳಗೊಂಡ ಕೆಲ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಸತ್ತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಯ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನಷ್ಟೇ ತೆಗೆದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸತ್ತ ನಂತರ ತಕ್ಷಣವೇ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಮುಚ್ಚಬೇಕು ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ ಸುತ್ತ ಒದ್ದೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಐಸನ್ನ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರ ಬಂಧುಗಳ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕಡ್ಡಾಯವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ನಂತರ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನಾನು ರೇರ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದೋ ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನೂ ಬೇಡ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಕ್ತದ ಗುಂಪು ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಡ್ಡೆ ತರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. BP, ಶುಗರ್ ಆಗುವುದು, ಕಣ್ಣಿನ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುವುದು, ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಡ್ಡಿಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗಿದ್ವು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಡೀ ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡುವ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ 20 ನಿಮಿಷ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ 2.5 ಗಂಟೆ ಬಾಳಿದ ಮಗು ಮತ್ತು 102 ವರ್ಷ ಬಾಳಿದ ತಾತನ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದ ದಾಖಲೆಯೂ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನು ತೆಗೆದು ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಕೊಡುವುದು, 2 ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಒಟ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೇತ್ರದಾನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾವಿನ ನಂತರವೂ ಪುಣ್ಯಾಚರಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ನೇತ್ರದಾನ. ಅಂಧರಿಗೂ ಕಾಣಲಿ ನವಿಲಿನ 1000 ಕಣ್ಣು, ಸಾವಿನ ನಂತರ ದಾನವಾಗಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮದೊಂದು ಕಣ್ಣು.
ನೇತ್ರದಾನ
ಮಹಾದಾನ,
ನೇತ್ರದಾನ
ಮಹಾದಾನ,
ನೇತ್ರದಾನ
ಮಹಾದಾನ.
Such a beautiful message we have from these young minds. Let's not just leave the word, let's leave a vision behind. Thank you, dear students of Leo Club, teachers, and a sincere thanks to Lion Mr. Vinay Hegde for taking the lead in organizing this drawing competition and also the skit. Thank you, sir. Now, may I request Rotarian Dr. KV Shivram, sir, AG Rotary Club, and also Trustee Lions Naina I Bank, founder and director of Ganesh Netralaya Sirsi, to kindly introduce our guest of honor, Lion Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty, sir. Dr. KV Shivram, sir, has been the man behind conceptualizing and also organizing this program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Tanushri. It's my honor and it's a great pleasure to introduce our teacher, and he is an inspiration to many of the young ophthalmologists of generations of ophthalmologists, Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty. He hails from a village near Kundapur Taluk and from an agricultural family background, and he is formerly a Vice Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Bangalore, Sri Devarajaras Academy of Higher Education and Research. It's a deemed university of Kolar, and he was Vice Chairman of Indian Red Cross Society of Karnataka, and he was Director of Regional Institute of Ophthalmology, Minto Ophthalmic Hospital, Bangalore, and right now he is working as a Vice Chancellor of Adichunchanagiri University, BG Nagar, Karnataka. After getting his MS degree of ophthalmology from Mysore Medical College, he had fellowship training in vitreoretinal surgery in Moorfields Eye Hospital, London, and training in Chicago, Illinois, and also in Sydney Eye Hospital, and also in Melbourne, Australia. He has held teaching position at government medical colleges of Hubli, Mysore, as well as Bangalore. He was mainly responsible for the rapid growth and development of Regional Institute of Ophthalmology, Minto Ophthalmic Hospital, Premium Eye Institute in Bangalore. He was the Chief Site First Technical Advisor for Lions Clubs International Foundation, India and Sri Lanka from 1991 till last year, 1920, for 30 years. As technical advisor, he was responsible for developing 125 eye care projects worth $24 million, benefiting 1 million patients. Financial assistance was given for conducting more than 5 lakh free cataract surgeries to the poorest of the poor in India and Sri Lanka. As Vice Chairman of Indian Red Cross Society, Karnataka, he was instrumental in the project of 3.5 crores for post-tsunami construction and rehabilitation works in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Sri Lanka in 2005. Dr. Shetty has been advisor, chairperson, member of various committees of state, national, and international, governmental, non-governmental organizations, and also associated with National Assessment and Accreditation Council, that is NAC, for last 2 decades. Dr. Shakti has visited about 23 countries worldwide to attend World Health Organization, Lions Club International Foundation, International Agency for Prevention of Blindness, and Commonwealth Foundation conferences and meetings. He has been conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award from All India Ophthalmic Society recently, just last month, in recognition of his services in ophthalmology. He was conferred Medical University and also Ukraine for his contribution to the field of medical education and community eye care. He has been recipient of many state, national, international oration, keynote address, invitation lectures, awards, and recognition for his contribution to higher education and community eye health. He has 45 scientific presentation and publication to his credit. He has been the recipient of many Lions Club International awards. The most important one is Lions Club International President Certificate of Appreciation Award, LCIF Chairperson Certificate of Appreciation Award, and LCIF Helping Hand Award for his contribution to Sight First Lions Visions for all from last 30 years. He is also a very good sports person, and he is a shuttle badminton and tennis player, represented university and state as well. And he is a brilliant academician, medical teacher, ophthalmologist, community eye health volunteer, educationist, and able administrator, able and eminent policymaker, lion-hearted lion, sports person, and achiever, and model, and for generations of ophthalmologists and academicians, and more than that, humble human being and gentleman, Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty. We are so proud and we are associated with him, and we are so happy to be that he is the guest of honor today. Sir, thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, Shivram sir. We have seen how impressive and mammoth work Lion Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty sir has done towards sight and sight activities. We look forward for his inspiring and also motivating experiences and thoughts. Over to you, sir.
Respected Dr. Shivram, the presidents of Lions and Rotary Clubs of Sirsi, the Leos, Rotrax, and other Leo and Rotrax and Inner Wheel from Sirsi, most respected Rotary International Governor and Lions International Governor, and Dr. Shivram. Am I audible, Dr. Shivram?
Yes, sir. Please
Yeah.
continue.
No. How much time I have, and then what is the topic you expect me to talk, because it is not told to me. Can I share my experience of long experience of this banking, because all of the things I think you have been aware of it. What is that you want me to speak?
It will be motivating to hear anything from you, sir.
Okay, all right then. Let me start. Just to go back to the statistics of blindness, just to round up. Generally, we talk about grossly. We say cataract and refractive error about 60%. Corneal blindness 15% used to call. But again, because of the improvement in nutrition and less infection and injuries, of course, injuries have become more. When farming community, fungal ulcers become less, probably it might be little less also. Then when you say that cornea available at present and donors available is about 25,000, actual requirement is about 100,000. This is the background of corneal donation. And there are only two things I would like to highlight here between the Lions International and Rotary International. Already, Lions Governor has mentioned that the Lions Clubs International, under the Vision for All, Sight First program, Lions Vision for All, we have been focusing only on reversible blindness. Everything, not so much of support for eye banking, but still under the Lions Club International Foundation Standard Grant, there was a possibility of getting funding for even the eye banks. Over the years, the funding available has been from the National Program for Control of Blindness through the grant in aid for the actually formation of support for eye banks, support for eye bank staff also. Mostly support was coming for medical colleges, eye departments of medical colleges. Generally funding was available. Even money was available under the recurrent grant for and collecting eyeballs, and the money was allocated for even corneal grafting and keratoplasty services. So most of the funding for establishing eye banks, apart from the charitable organizations like Lions and the Rotary International, the money has been mostly coming under the National Program for Control of Blindness for many, many decades, because this program was started in 1975. Now, there is some basic problem. I think a lot of confusion between an eye bank and eye donation center. Lot of confusion and overlapping, even at the level of the government also. They are not very clear about it, or the people are not clear. All kinds of actually and nomenclatures have been given without understanding the roles and responsibilities of either the eye donation center or eye bank, or eye bank and keratoplasty center. Now, we have an organization called as Eye Bank Association of India. Then, at the same time, at the level of the state, we have under the NPCB, Joint Director for National Program for Control of Blindness. If anybody would like to start an eye bank or eye donation center, the team from the Joint Director, that is National Program for Control of Blindness, they have to visit and then try to find out the actual assessment, needs assessment, and whatever the facilities available. Then we'll have the recognition by the NPCB, Joint Director NPCB. Now, to be very specific, what's the difference between an eye donation center, or we call it as EDC? Then that is for creating awareness, coordinate with the donor families and eye hospitals to harvest corneal tissue, collect the blood for serology, ensure safe transportation. In terms of safe transportation, I still remember in our state, KSRTC used to transport the eyeballs from the eye donation centers to the eye bank and keratoplasty centers. That they used to do it free of cost. Okay? And we should thank the KSRTs for doing that job. There is, I think, helpline. I forgot the exact number. There is an organization, one Mr. Jairam is there. There is a helpline. You just ring up that helpline. They'll be able to help out for collection of eyeballs and then procuring them, preserve them, and then the actual distribution and donation was. When it comes to eye bank is an organization having its own infrastructure. I'm not going to the details. It requires a lot of time. And eye bank is an organization which has to function round the clock functioning with all the actually, and then things I had told for EDC, that's applicable here also. But only the difference is that harvested cornea, either by the same eye bank or received from the eye donation centers, and the eye bank, they have to process it and preserve it. When you say processing, we have to go through all the eligibility of the cornea to be, we have different types of equipments to do that one. What is called as specular microscope, that's called as eye bank specular microscope, is to evaluate the suitability of the cornea for grafting and trying to assess the endothelium of the cornea, and other things are there. But you have another actually clinical specular microscope, which has to be used in the keratoplasty centers. So eye bank need not have the clinical you see, and specular microscope. And but for eye donations and centers, I will not go to the very much details. And this is what is happening. But what government of India under NPCB, what they envisaged around 2010, you know, the Vision 2020 Right to Sight India, it has been functioning from 2000. Most of the eye hospitals of India, both from the individual, mostly from non-government eye hospitals, Lions Eye Hospitals, Rotary Eye Hospitals, even private hospital, they have been the members of Vision 2020 Right to Sight India, which was formed with the support of Rotary International, Lions International, and all other people, RP Center for Ophthalmic Sciences, LV Prasad, and Shankar Netralaya, Arvind Hospitals, Rotary International, CBM, Operation Eyesight Universal. They were the ones responsible for forming this organization called Vision 2020 Right to Sight India. The major initiative was taken by Dr. J.N. Rao, the then chairman of the LVPI. And along with the World Health Organization, Vision 2020 India, and along with the Government of India or the NPCB, they have come out with a pyramid. That means a triangle. At that time, they actually envisaged about 5 eye bank training centers, or you can say centers of excellence. At that time, they envisaged when the population was hardly about, you see, and population of 100 crores. 100 crores at that point of time, maybe 100 or 110 crores or whatever it is. Then they said eye bank training centers for even eye bank technicians, training center for keratoplasty, corneoplasty surgeons. That's what is very important. When you want to train somebody or having some fellowship training in keratoplasty or short certificate courses in eye banking, courses for, see, what's called as, and grief counselors, various things, certificate course or whatever type of course is there, eye bank technicians, and all these things, they're just about to start. These are the responsibilities of eye bank and training centers. Then they envisaged about this country should have at least 45 eye banks. And at that point of time, they thought you need to have 2,000 eye donation centers. But the whole thing is mixed up. Eye donation centers are calling themselves as eye banks. Eye banks are calling themselves as training centers. And we have to find some solution. Anyway, I will leave that point just to clear the confusion amongst the people who are starting the eye bank. Now, again, the regulatory bodies, suppose you say Medical Council of India or the NMC, they say every medical college eye hospital should have an eye bank. Not possible. Not possible to have every small department of eye department of a medical college. Do you expect to start an eye bank there? At the most, we'll be able to have an eye donation center. I'm very sorry that because nobody looks into it, they make regulation and rules for that. They're making a lot of confusion is there. Anyhow, in terms of, I really appreciate the efforts of the Lions Clubs International and the Lions Clubs and Lions Eye Hospitals and Rotary Eye Hospitals, and some of them joining together. And I would like to compliment and congratulate one of the best Lions and eye banks, an international eye bank under the umbrella of the Lion, that is Bangalore West Lions Eye Bank. This is one of the excellent eye banks in the country, maybe comparable to available in anywhere in the world. They have been doing an excellent job. Going back to the history of eye bank, and 1969, you know that I was working I joined service as lecturer of ophthalmology in KMC Hubli. 1970, and our teacher, Dr. K. Subramanian, he had the fellowship training of 1-year fellowship training in Toronto, Canada. And I joined Hubli Medical College in 1968 after my MBBS as lecturer in ophthalmology. Then at that time, Dr. Krishnamurthy was there and Subramaniam came in there. That was the beginning because 1969, two eye banks were sanctioned, one for KMC Hubli, another for Minto Ophthalmic Hospital. These two eye banks were sanctioned in the year 1969. Dr. Subramanian came and joined KMC Hubli. That is this time, and he was able to start not only the eye bank, not just an eye bank at all, he started doing keratoplasty, that is corneal grafting. I still remember what he used to do, that he used to go and inform. We used to take the eyes from only destitutes, no address, unclaimed bodies. They're left in the KMC hospital mortuary. Then I still remember he used to go and motivate that attender in the mortuary. I still remember he used to give 5 rupees. His job is to inform that there is an unclaimed body is there, address not found. Those days we used to have a lot of destitutes. And during the period between 1970 and 1976, and I had the actual inclination of supporting and assisting Dr. Subramaniam in doing about 70 corneal graftings between 1970 and 1976 when he was transferred. And I had the pleasure of doing the keratoplasty for one more year between 76 and 77 when I was transferred to Mysore Medical College. That's the history. I still remember Dr. M.M. Jeshi was our assistant consultant. Later on, he became the consultant. Dr. Wilgold was there. And that was my experience with the eye bank, having assisted more than 70 keratoplasty. Of course, it's penetrating keratoplasty, not the lamellar ones they're trying to do. This is the history and the background of the eye bank and what's happening there, But what is important in terms of ethics of the eye bank, and it's very, very difficult things to do. It is not only for ethics should be applicable for blood donations. We have to highest ethics for eye donations also. And we always start talking about is no eye is bought, no eye is sold. Unfortunately, ethics has become the almost, I think, a kind of a highly controversial and subject. I would not like to raise it. Now the questions comes, and how does the eye bank survive? The only ethics is this one. Probably we'll be able to collect the cost of our processing, everything like that, with reasonable surplus for maintaining the quality of the eye bank. Then we'll have reasonable surplus for our equipment eye bank, but there should not be any trading in eyes. There should not be any trading in the eyes. No eye is bought, no eye is sold, because the donor is giving the eye free of cost, with all his generosity, and the families are donating it. They pledge, not only just pledging, they will donate after the death. And these are the certain ethics we have to follow. Then comes the ethics of eye bank and distribution. Always it is said that if both the eyes are blind, then that patient gets the actually priority over actually unilateral blind. If the gross loss of vision is there, he gets the first preference. If you want to save the eye by doing a therapeutic keratoplasty, maybe of course not the normal one, it can be used by the little one, then you have to give preference for saving the eyeball and the vision one. Like that, so many ethical issues are there in eye banking. Eye banking is not just a science, eye banking is an art also. That has to be kept in mind. In terms of keratoplasty and charging also, then what I would like to say that there should not be trading in cornea and keratoplasty. There should not be actually commercialization and too much of profit making, but for the survival of the eye bank and the quality of what actually surgeries you're aiming to do, we need money, and you can get donations for capital investment for the running cost of any actually eye bank and keratoplasty center, and we'll be able to raise internal revenue and generation. Absolutely, there is nothing wrong in it. There's nothing wrong in it. Just a caution, because that we have to follow the highest ethics in terms of it's applicable to all organ donation. It's applicable to all organ donation. Only the difference is that here in case of the eye, it is only after the death we are using, because I had an experience when I was in Mysore Medical College, absolutely a very, very poor patient. He was very, very desperate. At least 2 or 3 occasions, they came and approached me, that one, because he wants money, he doesn't mind, and then donating one of his eyeballs. So you be careful. And while somebody is living, you will not be able to donate that one. Only after the death it is being used. And in terms of and preservation, I will not repeat. I'll quickly go over that. You can have the eyeball can be used on within 2 to 6 hours, depends upon the climatic changes, whether it's air conditioned or climating, cold climate or warm climate. Then all the actually procedures of how to collect the eye and the everything. It's all technical issues. I don't want to. This only thing is, eye can be used within 24 hours by preserving it with 4 degrees centigrade of temperature in a moist chamber. You can keep it, or for short-term preservation of the eyeball to the extent of about 5 days or 7 days. We are all different kinds of media to actually preserve that one. If you want to preserve the cornea by keeping it just like any vaccine, sac vaccine, we'll be able to, it's called as freeze-dried. We have to keep it in minus 180 degrees centigrade. It can be kept for months and years. And only thing is we have to reverse the whole process of thawing. We'll be able to do it. Apart from the cornea, we'll be able to use the sclera if you are able to do that one in terms of some degenerating issues have done. The sclera also you can preserve and use it for maintaining the integrity of the cornea in terms of injuries. In terms of actually corneal problems, what we used to see years and years ago, mostly it used to be ulcer cornea. The corneal opacity could be at birth or due to any degenerative conditions. At the aging process, after 70 or 80 years, we have again, and age-related degenerations will be cornea, some kind of dystrophies will be there, but bilateral blindness. But especially all the infective ones are generally, it is unilateral blindness. That's why not much importance is given, because there are people who are blind in both eyes and waiting for remedies, where the focus will be on people having lost some, you see, either partially blind due to a small opacity in one eye, different depth, you call it as a kind of a very thin opacity, and nebula, or you can have the kind of glaucoma, then you can do that one. That's why some of it's up. But in terms of public health, in terms of actually the sentimental issues and the feelings of mostly, especially non-governmental organizations. But in terms of eye donation, there are 1 or 2 actually, and then communities, they are very, very, very prominent and dominant in trying to one is the one Buddhist, another as a community. In terms of ethnic variation of, we see, and willing to donate eyes, is that the most important community is the Buddhist community, followed by the Jains. And what is important is, if the eye donation promotion activity is promoted by the spiritual leaders, irrespective of what community they belong, if they take the issue and trying to and then promote the eye donation, it will actually catch up very well, and that's what is very, very important. But in terms of actually collection of eyes or the retrieval of the cornea or the eyes, the greatest source in our country are the large hospitals, large general hospitals having 200 beds, 400 beds, 500 beds. They should be the biggest source of cornea. Unfortunately, in spite of the best efforts in the last almost 45, 50 years, the corneal retrieval from the general hospitals, especially in the government sector, has been extremely poor, extremely dismal, because the initiative in terms of the eye banking and cornea, unless you train some grief counselors, they should be always available from the large hospitals and 500-bed hospitals, because that's the one you get large number of actually cases of death. All of them may not be actually suitable grafting. That actually, there are some contraindications because highly so many list of contraindications are there. There is no time for that. The source of eyeballs, you have to actually tap the large number of general hospitals. Having some hospital, we have 1,000 beds and 1,500 beds are there. If you look into it, hardly any eye banking activity is happening. I can give the example of our own state, and it's applicable to right across the entire country. It is not happening. And what is important is that we have to train the grief counselors. We have to train the nurses. We have to train the volunteers in terms of eye donation and the importance of eye donation, awareness creation, and trying to motivate and do that one. Definitely, in terms of eye bank fortnight, this has been celebrated for almost 2 to 3 and 3 decades. There is some funding available for the National Program for Control of Blindness. I used to remember about 10,000 rupees they used to give for RIO Minto Ophthalmic Hospital to celebrate that. It's a fortnight in which we have the walkathon, various kinds of rallies are taken. Everything is all right, but it should not happen like one fortnight program or 1 day program or 1 week program. But there should be continuous, constant activity on the part of volunteers, on the parts of Lion members, Rotary members, Leos, Rotrax, and Innerweed, and all other voluntary organizations. We should take it as a mission. This is for mission, for vision, or whatever you call it like that. And it's not a knee-jerk reaction of having, unfortunately, in our country, world over, every other day is celebrated. It is celebrated and lectures were delivered and no follow-up action is taken. Only when you just wake up like that, you only celebrate your birthday. You should not celebrate just like celebrating birthday. It comes only once in a year. But all these activities, it has to be 24/7. The most of the eye banks, why they're not prospering? Because the efficiency of the connectivity system between the eye bank and the donor. And there is actually eyes are available, how fast we'll be able to reach, and 24/7. That's why I should appreciate the International Eye Bank of Bangalore West Lions Hospital. They have been proved very, very efficient. I should thank my own student, and I should congratulate Dr. Rekha Ganchand and Dr. B.L.S. Murthy, late B.L.S. Murthy, followed by Dr. Premnath, and then of course the Dr. Rekha Ganchand is the actually head of the eye bank there in the Lions one. They have been doing excellent job. In terms of actually Lions Club, I can mention one club in Telangana that's called as Lions Eye Hospital Karimnagar. That one volunteer, he used to collect more than 100 eyeballs every year, and he used to distribute to L.V. Prasad Eye Institute and all other hospitals. That is one of the best eye collection activity by an individual Lions clubs in Karimnagar, Lions Eye Hospital Karimnagar. And again, I had the experience of one more club at a district and far away in Kumbakonam. There's a Lions club. 25 years ago, they used to collect and more than 50 pairs of lions, 50 pairs of eyeballs are there. Like that, if you just identify, and so many, my only, that's all I can say. And I will stop at this. And if anybody has got some questions to ask me, for me, I am no more Site First technical advisor, because after serving for 29 years and 11 months, because of the COVID-19 activities, because of my age also, I'm only 78 plus young, and I had some personal problem because of the COVID-19. They wanted to reduce the technical advisors from 14 to 17. I thought enough is enough, because I had traveled thousands of kilometers, getting up early morning, taking the early morning flight. There are some years between when I was the Vice Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi University, between 1999 and then 2002, along with the Site First technical advisor and all other assignments. You will be shocked to know that I would be on a flight every 4th day. On 1 year, I have taken 105 flights in 1 year. It's a hard journey, hard job. It was a multitasking job. God has been very kind to me, and I had the greatest love and affection of all my students, both undergraduates and postgraduate students, and love and affection from the thousands of patients and my Lions fraternity world over. And apart from that, doctors, I didn't address the IMA doctors who are also participating. And it's a great opportunity after a long time I'm talking. At the same time, I would like to congratulate Lion Dr. Shivaram. Dr. Shivaram, and I know him as a technical advisor, and he has been making the best use of whatever the Lions activities going on in terms of funding. It's a matter of, and amongst South India and Sri Lanka, in South India, for in 30 years, most of the Lions international funding and was received by Telangana, highest for Telangana. Telangana, of course, Telangana. Then we had excellent projects for Lions in Sri Lanka. We are able to establish 4 independent eye hospitals. They have been doing an excellent job. And it has been a wonderful feeling, both as a Lions, as a teacher and in ophthalmology, an ophthalmologist and a volunteer, and as a Lions Club International technical advisor. And I don't know what less, what more. God has been extremely kind, and he has been giving me still, because only thing is from the last 20 years, I think almost 20 years, and 1999 is the one that I held the knife, because now I'm a very seriously non-operating eye surgeon for the last how many years now? 90. That means 99 is 2021 now. That means 22 years. These days, I only talk because I don't do any surgery. I'm a non-surgical and a kind of non-operating. I can say I always would to make some journey whenever I was in the operation theater, and somebody gives me an instrument or a scissor, it never is to cut. So I used to actually tease around with the students and nurses. Then we say that the Mahatma Gandhi scissors, you are giving it to me. So I have become now Gandhi eye surgeon because I don't operate anymore. Anyhow, I'm extremely thankful for Dr. Shivaram and the Lions and Rotary International for giving this opportunity to share my experience of keratoplasty and eye banking in this state. And the Karnataka was the first state to have an eye banking and then act and regulation. And the Karnataka was the first state to start. I suppose it's around 1969 or 20 is that we had excellent eye banking. Then, of course, later on, central government also came out with that one. Now, everything is dictated by the Supreme Court of India, wherein you come out with regulations, act and regulations for all kinds of organ donations are there. And with these few words, I once again thank Dr. Shivaram for giving me this opportunity. And if anybody would like to have some questions, I'm just ready to answer. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such valuable information and also your invaluable experiences in terms of eye donation, eye banking, and also challenges involved. Here I remember Robert Frost when he said, I have promises to keep and miles before I go to sleep. Yes, indeed, we have a long way to go, and definitely your inspiring work and insightful words have encouraged us and will keep encouraging us to pursue this special duty. Yes, duty, if I may say so, the special duty of spreading eye donation awareness and giving vision, making this our mission of giving vision to everyone with more vitality and intensity. Thank you, sir, for being a part of the program.
Thank you very much.
We accept our respects and regards.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now, next, moving on to vote of thanks. Before that,
Sir, it's not question, but we fondly remember your visit to Sirsi when we were doing eye cataract surgeries regularly in our hospital, in the camp, this thing. And we request you to guide us to strengthen this eye bank. This is the first and the only eye bank which is there in our whole district of North Karnataka, North Kannada district. Apart from Hubballi, this is the most active one. And there are a lot of challenges for us to do this in the hilly area of this area. We want your guidance, and we have an enthusiastic strength of 5 ophthalmologists who are working here, and we request your continuous guidance regarding this strengthening of this eye bank, sir.
Yeah, there are only 2 things. One, you need the support of eye donation centers. We'll be able to encourage them to, because it doesn't require much thing except refrigerator and collection center is there. You yourself have to train, identify either certain clubs or either NGOs in your Uttar Kannada district and try to have in different places eye donation centers. That's the only one thing that you can do on your part, or with the help of respective Lions clubs and Rotary clubs in those areas. Let them help to establish an eye donation center. It doesn't cost much. It doesn't cost much that you can do that. You know it because you are running. You are more expert than me. I'm a retinal specialist. Only my experience. I'm talking. That in terms of quality enhancement of your eye bank, and you have to visit and sit with Dr. Rekha Ganchan. Just visit the Lions Eye Hospital, Bangalore, and you know that Rekha Ganchan. You know that she's an excellent doctor. We'll be able to get some clue from that one in terms of quality of your keratoplasty, or if you want to train and then somebody in keratoplasty, beyond that one, either the actually penetrating one, you would like to have a kind of a short course there, something like that's the only way to, you have to enhance the quality of your, that is capacity building of your keratoplasty surgeons. And do you have actually and surgeons with the fellowship in corneal grafting in your hospital and Dr. Shivaram?
Yes, sir. He's trained in Arvind Hospital, Dr. Vishwanath Angar.
Exactly.
Hospital. He does all sort of.
OS. He might have trained under the, what is that, Srinivasan?
Yes.
Under Srinivasan, I think. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Srinivasan's.
Coimbatore, Arvind, yes, right.
Okay, Coimbatore Arvind.
Yes.
Okay. Coimbatore Arvind, I have no idea because all these Arvind directors are supposed, I was supposed to be there examining, that's it's my pride. Coimbatore chief, Pondicherry chief. Now I think, where is that one? Another place like down south also. Very interesting.
Dr. Revati was the chief of cornea there.
Okay. Dr. Revati, yeah. I think Ravindra, who's that one? Her husband is also the director there.
Narendran was superintendent.
Yeah, Narendran only. I said, is it Narendran was the director? Yes. Okay. That's what you can have a small visit to Bangalore whenever you come to Bangalore. You can, or whenever you meet in some conferences. No, it's not happening. Everything is online.
Surely, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, okay. Thank you very much, Shivaram. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening talks. We'll keep up your work.
Thank you.
I now request Rotarian Pandurang Pai sir to kindly propose vote of thanks.
Good evening to all. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I, on behalf of Rotary Club of Sirsi, Lions Nayana Eye Bank Sirsi, Nayana Foundation Sirsi, Lions Club of Sirsi, IMA Sirsi, and Innerville Club of Sirsi, take pleasure in acknowledging support extended by all of you for the grand success of this joint district event on the occasion of 36th National Eye Donation Fortnight 2021. I would like to place my sincere and heartiest gratitude to Honorable Guest of Honor, Lion Dr. Chandrasekhar Shetty, who has spared his precious time and graced this occasion. I express my deep sense of gratitude to Rotarian Gaurish M. Dhon, District Governor, RI District 31770, for joining the webinar and motivating us. I extend my wholehearted gratitude to MJF Lion Srikant More, District Governor, Lions Clubs International District 317B for his inspiring speech. I extend our sincere thanks to MJF Lion Uday Al Swadi, President, Lions Club of Sirsi, for delivering his welcome address. Big thanks to Rotarian Dr. Vishwanath Ankad for the beautiful video presentation on Journey of Lions, Nayana I Bank Sirsi. Most respectfully, we thank Rotarian Dr. Shivram KV for the introduction of chief guest. Our heartfelt thanks to Rotarian Ajay Heda for the introduction of Rotary District Governor by video. Our heartfelt thanks to Rotarian Lion Harshad Naik for the introduction of Lions District Governor. We thank Leo members for beautiful skit on eye donation. We thank Srimati Shweta Prabhu, President Innerville Club of Sirsi, and Lion Vinay Hegde, Secretary, Lion Club of Sirsi. We have successfully done the prize distribution program and presentation of prize winning paintings. Our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Tanushri Hegde and Rotarian Dr. Ravindra Kolvekar for the Master of Ceremony. Our heartfelt thanks to all the members of Rotary Clubs, Lions Clubs, Indian Medical Association, Innerville Clubs, Lions Nayana I Bank Sirsi, Nayana Foundation Sirsi, and invitees who have joined this webinar on the occasion of 36th National Eye Donation Fortnight 2021. I express my deep sense of gratitude to all the members of organizing institutions for their overwhelming support and encouragement. Our heartfelt thanks to Ganesh Netralaya staff, Dilip Hegde, Nagaraj Naik, Narendra, Kiran, Guru Prasad, and Uday. Our heartfelt thanks to members of print and electronic media who have joined this program. Thank you all for making this program a huge success.
Thank you, sir. We'll now conclude the session. Thank you all.